And with that, we welcome you to Talawanda High School tonight at the Talawanda Gymnasium in Oxford, Ohio. Luke Westboli, Patrick Eschewen here. The Braves have Goshen in town tonight. The Goshen Warriors will play here at Talawanda. They come in with a record of 1-1, and the Braves come in 0-4, still looking for their first win, and their first win on their home court since going back to last year. They didn't have any wins in their home court last year, and Luke will get to change that tonight with a good chance against Goshen.
Absolutely, they've had a lot of struggles as of late, and they really want to get their first win here on the home court in a long time.
So we'll pause for the starting lineups and then the national anthem, and be back with the tip here on Brave TV. Here we go at Loud and Rockets Talawanda Gym here in Oxford this evening. A full student section tonight, which is good to see as it's a Hawaiian out tonight. Kind of weird to do that with 20-degree temperatures outside, but it's a student section as the Braves here try to get their first win of the season against Goshen. And Luke, a good start tonight is critical for Talawanda.
Absolutely. They started off a little slow in their last home game here against that was against Taylor last Tuesday, but having a big start is crucial for momentum going forward.
So it will be Jonathan Richter tipping against Josh Heiss, the 6'2" junior. And on the first tip, Richter plays it back. It'll be saved out of bounds by Josh first. He went to Greg James with it. And James, it'll make a move there on Dylan Ashcraft, the junior. James takes it up the right side over the timeline. Braves 15 seconds in with the ball here. First, this is Winkler, far side. He'll pick it up. Gave it back to Verst. He's over to the near side. James waits. Greg James down low. Richter gives it back up. James had it open, gets off a jumper. That's too far left. And air ball there, and the rebound taken back by Goshen. The Warriors traveled with a student section as well. They're a little over an hour away. Here's a quick early three that's in and out from Dylan Ashcraft. And the rebound, it's Tom Winkler here who's up the right side. Winkler charges into the hoop. It is up and in for an N1. Good early start for the Braves, and Tom Winkler with a chance at a three-point play. So Winkler here will shoot one and can't get it to go. Keenest with the rebound and he'll return it. 1 minute in, Brave with a 2-0 lead. Greg James in the middle with it. Passes one down low. Winkler returns to the paint. Richter tried to go down low to Hines, but it was out of his reach. And it will give the ball to Goshen with 6:43 to go here in the first. So the Warriors will return this one back the other way. Mentioned the Braves coming off a loss at Fenwick Saturday. It was 72-43. That was their last game. Warriors had a 1-point loss, 58-57 against Wester Brown on Friday night. That shot is up and no good for Goshen. And Winkler will take this one back up the far side. Tom Winkler charged into the paint, and a foul will be whistled there. As Winkler here will get a chance to inbound the ball. Braves here with an early 2-0 lead. That one lost out of bounds. He deflected off a Warrior player as they were looking for Greg James. So this one in the corner. Winkler floats one out. James over the timeline will cross it again. He'll wait in the center circle. Christian Cole-Morgan is guarding him. James still with it. The sophomore leads the Braves in points per game. Richter tosses it back out to James. He moved inside, took a step. First on it. Near side, Winkler fires off at three. It's good! And Tom Winkler up to 5 points in the game, and the Braves have a 5-0 lead with 5:50 to go. This one to the near side. Goshen still without a legitimate offensive attack yet. And this will be a foul whistled against Talawanda as Greg James there picked up for a blocking foul. This one is floated out. This is Cole-Morgan in the paint. Far side three will be good. That was Dylan Ashcraft, the 6'0 junior, who through 2 games is averaging 3.5 points per game. Greg James with some trouble in his own end, and the Braves are going to have to burn a timeout. We saw the game on Tuesday against Taylor. Full court pressure came from the Yellow Jackets. The Braves had trouble handling it, and it looks like Goshen might be doing the same thing here.
Absolutely. You know, Goshen's been pressuring a little bit early, and I think Bobby Jones has to be impressed with the start the Braves have had so far. That last little sequence wasn't exactly the best for them, but last week against Taylor, they really struggled, had a lot of turnovers, and really just could not score a lot of points in the first quarter, so this is what he likes to see.
So they obviously recognize that on film. We'll take a short break, 5:30 to go, 5-0 Braves here in the first. .5:30 to go in here in the first. Talawanda with a 5-3 lead on Goshen. We'll get our scoreboard up and running for you in just a moment. Having some technical difficulties with that. Richter here at the baseline. Passed it out to Winkler, but he couldn't handle it. And Goshen will take this back the other way. Here's a quick pass up. Ashcraft got it over, and this one will go out of bounds off of Winkler. Two minutes and 46 seconds in to this first quarter. Braves out to an early 5-3 lead. An impressive start for Talawanda. All 5 points to Tommy Winkler so far, the 6'1" senior. Goshen with the ball here. He'll move inside the paint with it, but it's kicked out. And Winkler takes it over. He's over center. Has Heenis with him on the right side. Dishes off to him. Heenis gives it back to Verst, and now it's James. James will wait. Far side, it is Winkler. Back to Jonathan Richter. Richter's got it here. Back to James now with 4.5 to go in the first. James will wait. Richter's got it. Gets one inside. Winkler to the near side looking for Verst. And that one too hot for him to handle. He lost it out of bounds. And the Braves get the scoring attempt for that. Patrick Eschen, Luke Westpoli with you here from Talawanda Gym. It's been a little quiet the past few minutes. Glad you're with us tonight on Brave TV. Goshen and Talawanda men's basketball tonight. Braves playing in their 5th game of the season. Still looking for that first win. This one passed to the outside. Cole Morgan was on it for Goshen. Now they'll charge inside the paint. It got stripped. Good play by James, and he's able to steal it away. James up across center, being guarded there by Ashcraft. James into the paint, dishes one out. Heenis, the jumper, too hard. Rebound there for Winkler. He'll pass it out. Verst with a 3, and that's good. Verst was right on the line. They gave it to him, and he had a lot of 3-pointers in the home game Tuesday against Taylor. In fact, 25% on the 3-pointers this year, and Goshen answers with one of their own, Victor Hill, the senior. And he will make this one a 2-point game again. This one out of bounds on the far side. Brett's going to get it back, so it's 8-6 now. .325 to go here in the first. This one back for James. He's in over the line. Far side. Winkler, corner 3, that's good. Nothing but net for Tom Winkler, and he's up to 8 points already in this contest. Only averaging 5.5 per game. Goshen with a 3, that one bounced in and out. And back the other way comes Craig James. Up the right side burst. Along the baseline, trying to get it out, tipped by Richter, taken back by Heenis. Braves saved that attempt, and it's coming out now with a pass to Winkler, but he couldn't handle that. And it heads out of bounds. First substitution will come in for Talawanda. Jonathan Richter, the 6'4" sophomore, is out. And they're going to bring in Braden Wright, the 6'2" sophomore. Wright has appeared in all 4 games off the bench this season, 2.3 points per game for him. Goshen with it. This is Chris Bradley, the 6'0" junior. Back to Heiss. He's got it. Up to Bradley, and he will take this one back. Now they got it in the corner. Here's a 3 attempt. That one missed. And now it's Heenis with it, and we'll pass it across to James. David Krauscher waiting at the scores table for Talawanda. James, far side. Right, his first shot. That's too hard. And they're fighting for the rebound right now. Goshen will take it. Bradley Moore to the corner with it. And this one tipped around. Heiss couldn't get it, and they're going to call it travel. He mishandled the ball there and took an extra hop or 2, and it stops the clock with 2:07 to go in the first. Braves up 11-6. First hands it to David Krauscher. His pass got deflected, but it did get to James. James down the left side with it. Tried to pass it back, got picked off. Krauscher, good defense. And they're going to say this one goes the other way, out of bounds. As Krauscher got in the way of that ball, it was intended for Chris Bradley, and Krauscher able to knock it off of Bradley and then out of bounds. Goyer bench doesn't agree with that call, but Braves are going to take it. Last game against Taylor, that was at home. They couldn't really get too many breaks with some of those out-of-bounds calls. First passes to James, down low, right weighted, and it went in and out. Rebound batted down, and it'll come the other way as Braves committed a foul under the basket. So 1:51 to go here in the first, and it's an 11-6 game. Goshen with it, top the key. Cole Morgan went to Ashcraft. A handoff to Bradley. Our side, they've got it. That was Jack Webster who handed it back. 3 came for the corner, it's no good. And Wright will pass it up to Croucher. He'll wait. Goes back to Wright. He made a move there at center. Now it's James who faked that shot and is in the baseline. Comes back toward the corner. Fires off at 3. It's in and out. Back to Wright. The rebound, and it's good. Braden Wright, the N1 play. The second of the game for the Braves. And another chance at a 3-point play with a free throw coming from Wright. So those are the first 2 points in the game for Braden Wright, the sophomore, a 50% free throw shooter coming in this season. And he will make it. So 14-6, the Braves have the lead. A very good start, which is what we talked about that they needed. This one passed far side. Here's a jumper, it's good. Croucher with it here up the right side. He's over center. Takes it back. Wright has it all the way across. First wide open 3. He missed that one. Braves can't get the rebound. His first was looking for his second 3-pointer of the quarter. Less than a minute to go now. And there'll be a whistle here for a foul against the Braves. So an inbound coming as Josh Heiss had the ball for Goshen. And Tom Winkler is quick to check back in the game for Talawanda. So Goshen will take this one back. Jack Webster got the inbound pass. This one down to the corner. Bradley Moore waited. Gives it back to Webster, who takes it back as first there was providing some strong defense. And he gave it up. Heiss makes the charge in off the side of the backboard. Right. Caught in a weird position there. He's double teamed. They lose the ball. Bobby Jones with some emotion there. And Goshen with another attempt. They can't get it to go. Now wide open 3. Webster. No good. And Wright will catch the rebound. It's more trouble. He needs some help. And we'll pass it back to Croucher. Croucher in over the line with a second to go. And that will be a 3-pointer that cannot beat the buzzer as it was missed wide left. So we've reached the end of quarter 1. Braves with a 14-8 lead, and your impressions after 8 minutes.
A really good start for Talawanda. You know, I don't think we saw in the Taylor game a lot of turnovers, and once the midway point they had a few of those, but overall I think Bobby Jones has got to be happy with what he's seen. And for Goshen, you know, we haven't seen a lot of Christian Caldwell. He's been their leading scorer so far this season by a lot. And he's been quiet so far. He hasn't scored any points. He's been on the bench a lot. And I think that's something that Talawanda has done a good job of shutting down. It's something that Goshen needs to improve on in the second quarter.
All right, we'll see how it happens. Second quarter coming up on Brave TV. So we begin the festivities here in the second quarter. The Braves with a 14-8 lead as we begin the next 8-minute segment here of play. Talawanda with a good offensive start, and Goshen has had limited opportunities. They made 2 3-point field goals. That's about the height of their offense in that first quarter. Webster came in, air ball on the shot attempt from the paint, and then Wright was held down to the floor, and Webster protesting the call. So the foul will be whistled here against Baden. Goshen bench doesn't like the call either, so this will be a Braves inbound. Burst has it, gives it to Crozier. Gives it off to Winkler. Winkler's here, and will pass it to the near side, but that one will get it to Dylan Ashcraft. Passes it back as Ashton Harris into the game for Goshen, a 5'11" sophomore. Now it's Webster with it. Gets one down low. Victor Hill gives it back. Webster, who's touched the ball a lot recently. Ashcraft. Webster within the paint. Ashcraft wide open three, and that one too short. Braves defense kind of breaking down there. Ashcraft hands it off. Webster again charged in. He was denied by Verst. Now pass down low, and that one no good. Nice defense by the Braves, and a foul whistled. As John Richter had the defense there for Talawanda. The shot attempt came from Josh Heiss.
See David Crouch getting some coaching on the sideline from Bobby Jones. He's a very emotional coach. You can tell just by his stature on the sideline, he puts a lot into this game.
We noticed in the Taylor game, first game, we watched him coach the amount of emotion present as that free throw is made by Heiss. So now 14-9 game. Croucher with it up the left side. He'll pass this one to Winkler at center. Winkler passed it back and got tipped away from Croucher. Ashcraft is in, and Croucher fouled. He got him from behind. So Ashcraft here will likely shoot two at the line for Goshen, and he will, as Croucher making the defensive play there to prevent the field goal. .629 is left here in the second. And Ashcraft makes first one from the line. Craig James took a quick break, and he will come in to replace Croucher. That shot is made by Ashcraft, so he is 2 for 2 at the line. Bradley Moore will come in, and so will Victor Hill for Goshen. So they're on the court here. First with it. Now it's Wright. Gives it off. Winkler there up the left side with it. He's on the far side. Passed it back to Wright. Wright's got it, and he gave this one back as James hopped on it. Now it's a tie-up, and they're going to say it's a jump ball. As it was kind of a fumble play there. James able to get on it for the Braves, and then Goshen wrapped their arms in there. So Braves lead now only down to 3 points. With 6:10 to go here in the second. Craig James with it. He's up the right side, and he will go in and get fouled. So Craig James will have a pair coming here at the free throw line as Chris Bradley whistled for the foul against Goshen. So James here will fire off a pair. He's a 57.1% free throw shooter coming in, and he missed that first one short. Craig James leads the team in scoring, 12.5 points per game through 4 games this season. He's 5th in the SWAC in points per game as well. And James will sink that one, so the Braves extend the lead to 4 now. Ryan Enos is back in the game for Talawanda. Good look there at the student section. It's compressed a little bit since the beginning of the game. Goshen is in over the line. This one in the paint. They pass it to Bradley. He comes across, and that one Will be a foul here against Talawanda. Tommy Winkler was whistled for the foul. So this one is passed back. Richter has it. He will give it back to James, and James will wait here and get over the tee. James down that far side. Still with the ball, going back and forth. James again down the left side with it, and we'll go to Richter. John Richter waits, top the key, burst. To the near side, Winkler made the charge in, and he got denied. What a block by Ashcraft. And he'll steal it away. Ashcraft, and he can't get past James. And we get a whistle for a kickball, and this will be, I believe, against Talawanda. Now the referees are going to confirm. There's a wild frenzy of events. And Goshen's going to get the inbound, and now Bobby Jones wondering what exactly the call is here. As a whistle came in from 2 officials, and one of them quickly signaled a kickball. And nonetheless, Goshen here is going to earn an inbound. Right at half court with 5:13 to go in the second. They passed it to the near side. Chris Bradley on it. Handed it off to Bradley Moore. Now they'll charge in. That one off the backboard a little bit too hard. Heena's going to grab the rebound. This one is loose there under the hoop. And they're going to say it goes the other way as Goshen stepped out of bounds with it. So Josh First here will get the inbound for Talawanda. Craig James up over the line with it. Gave it here to Winkler. Now it's James again. He was there at the top of the key. Gave it back to Verst. Verst will wait. And this one back down to the corner. Goshen able to earn the ball back. Quick pass up ahead, and that one no good on the shot there coming from Bradley. And this one is whistled out of bounds, and the Braves will lose it, and Goshen here will get an inbound in their offensive end of the floor. 4-point lead for Talawanda, nearing in on the halfway mark of the second quarter, and that is going to be an inbound and a quick shot in. Victor Hill, the senior, now up to 5 points tonight for Goshen, and it's a 2-point game. James across center with it. Gave it off to Verst. He will hand this one to Richter, and it's in. Jonathan Richter with his first 2 points of the night. And the Braves extend the lead to 4. This one back the other way. Goshen able to stick one of their own. That was Cole Morgan on it. First, that one tipped around. Foul whistled. Who's it on? It's on the Braves. As Verst kind of reached in there when he lost the ball. So Talawanda right now kind of in a low point here, and they got to pick it up real quick or else they're going to lose their lead.
Yeah, some back and forth scoring, and since the start of this second quarter, Goshen has managed to claw their way back into this game. Talawanda's gotten into some foul trouble here. Now, Warriors in the bonus here, and Josh Verst with 3 fouls. They need to take him off the court here.
So one of their leading point getters is in foul trouble. Braves leader with points right now is Tom Winkler. He's been a little bit quiet recently, but has 8 points. All of those earned in the first quarter. Next to him is John Richter with 2 on the floor right now. Free throw coming here, and that is good from Ashcraft. Or excuse me, it's not Ashcraft. It is Jack Webster at the line, the 5'10" sophomore, averaging 2.5 points per game this season. And he will sink that one. So we are tied at 17. Braves give up the lead that they've had for the entire game so far, and now they're in search of some more points to keep this one up. Winkler passed it to Richter, who was wide open. And the Braves answer with Richter up to 4 points on the night. They take a 2-point lead back. Goshen the other way, charging into the paint. That one is up off the backboard and no good. Coming there from Webster. He's had plenty of attempts the past few minutes. Croucher in over the line. Gives this one to James, and he will fire off a 3, but it's no good. batted out. Winkler got it. His shot attempt also no good. Richter had it for a second. And a foul is called by 2 officials on the play. And Richter is going to the line for a pair.
Braves hoping to extend this lead back to 2 possessions here.
Now Braves right now in search of something here is Richter with a chance to extend the lead back up to 4 points. And he will fire that one off, but no good. Warriors have a single bonus right now. And Richter fires that one off, and it's good as well. So 20-17, Talawanda leads it. They have 17 fouls. The Warriors have 6. This one passed to the far side. Moving in there, and then they get it back out as it's Bradley Moore. Moore got in the paint, fired it up and in. So Goshen makes it a 1-point game with a nice basket by Moore. Heenis up ahead, still searching for his first points of the game. And he will get them there with a pair on the shot from the near side. And a race right now for the lead. Now a 3 attempt to tie the game is too hard. Greg James with it here at the baseline, and a foul whistled as James was messed with there all the way at that end of the court. So now with the Braves in a single bonus, Greg James will shoot 1-and-1 free throws. .227 to go here in the second. So James at the line here. He has only 1 point tonight, made 1 free throw. He had it trip to the line already, but it went 1 for 2. And that one will bounce in and out, so the rebound will go to Goshen. This is Ashton Harris. He went over center, gave it off to Cole Morgan. He's at the free throw line, standing still. Pass back to Heiss. He waits, gave it back. Cole Morgan, long 3 attempt. That one no good, it went off the rim. And Goshen here will get this thing back on the offensive rebound. Heiss moving in with a nice basket. And this will be a 1-point game again, 22-21 to score with 1:52 to go until halftime. James passed it back to Croucher. He's in the paint, fire that one up. It'll take a bounce and it'll be no good. And Goshen will toss this one back. This is Cole Morgan up the right side. Passed it up top to Victor Hill. Lost it. Cole Morgan again. And now it is Bradley in the paint, and Croucher tied him up. What's the call? It's a jump ball. Nice job by Croucher to get his hands in there, and he held on. And was able to tie up with Bradley. Josh first in the game for the Braves. Croucher will take another rest on the bench with 87 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 1-point lead for the Braves. Goshen looking to take their first lead of the game, and they won't do it on this possession as Cole Morgan is on the baseline and stepped out of bounds. So this one to Winkler. He'll pass to James and then go back to Winkler with it. Full court press coming here from Goshen. Late stages of the first half. James up the right side, passed it back. Winkler, his pass attempt got blocked down and going to bounce off the Warriors though, as he was trying to get that one up the floor. And it was hit out of bounds there by Bradley Moore. James here up the left side with it. Gives it off. Winkler. And over center. Bounce pass. Heenis in. Nice up and under. He gets it to fall. Nice play by Heenis. Less than a minute to go now in the first half. Braves with a 24-21 lead. Goshen in the paint. Lost it. James picks it up. He gets knocked down. And this one is going to go the other way. Braves get a foul called, and James will head to the line for more free throws.
He's looking to extend their lead, to even more now before the half. They slowed down. midsection of the first half, but now they're trying to extend this back to what it was at the end of the first quarter.
Ryan Enos comes out for the Braves. These are 1-and-1 free throws for Talawanda. James will fire these one off. 45.4 seconds to go. He missed it. Rebound taken back by Goshen. Warriors here with a chance. Down the right side, Cole Morgan, his shot, up and in, off the backboard. So with 30 seconds to go here in the second, Braves having some pressure on the defensive end. Winkler gave it up to Verse, down low for Richter. He's gonna bid an offensive foul. That will be the 8th against the Braves as Richter body check Cole Morgan down there under the hoop. And that'll be Richter's first of the game. So 21.4 seconds to go in the second. And the Braves here with a 3-point lead, and will try to notch the Warriors out of scoring no points here at the end of the half. 6 seconds to go. Cole Morgan has the ball. Defensive chant. He's into the paint. Nice block by Winkler. They get it back out though. Here's a 3 from Bradley. That one missed. And at the buzzer, Crousher grabs the rebound. Goshen doesn't get anything in that last possession, and we hit halftime with the Braves leading at 24-23. It's a close one by 1.
Talawanda, they had a good start. They slowed down towards the midsection of that first half, but they were able to keep this lead, so that's a big positive for them going into halftime. And for Goshen, Christian Cole Morgan, 2 points that came in the last minute of this first half.
It should be an interesting finishing start. Braves had a good start to it, but they lead up by 1. And we'll see how it all works out here after halftime on Brave TV. The second half is next. Back here for the second half at Talawanda Gym. Braves with a 24-23 lead. Luke Westpoli, Patrick Goshen back into here. And Luke, you looked at the stat sheet over halftime, and what stuff do you notice?
The Braves are leading in second chance points, which was kind of a big point for Talawanda. You know, they're the bigger team going into this game, and they really wanted to dominate those rebounds, and those second chance points are really a big thing for them, as well as, you know, turnovers. We saw, you know, head coach Bobby Jones, you know, we talked about how emotional he was, and he's especially emotional. He seems to get really fired up when the Braves don't really take care of the ball well. And, you know, they limited the turnovers in the first half compared to that Taylor game we saw, but there were still many turnovers for Talawanda, and that's something that I'm sure was in the conversation in the locker room and something that they need to fix going forward.
So we will begin the second half. Braves have their starters out there right now, minus Tom Winkler. Braden Wright is in for him. So it is Heenis, Craig James, Braden Wright, Josh versus John Richter out on the floor to begin things here for Talawanda. 24-23 lead. Braves searching for that first win of the season. Braden Wright passes off to Craig James. He faked one there, gets into the paint. James, passes one to Heenis, near side. He'll take this one here, finds an open Verst. Verst charged into the paint, passed it back. Braden Wright on it. Braves wasting a lot of time here, 50 seconds are gone in this quarter. Craig James down the right side, dished one off, Verst in the paint, at the free throw line. Now Wright as they work it around the arc. Wright passes one to Verst. Goshen right now getting a little restless on defense. Braves here have had the ball a solid minute in this end. James, the floater, short off the rim. Goshen gets the rebound back. This is a nice play and 2 points in for Victor Hill. And Hill, with 9 points in the game tonight, is the leader for both teams. So Braden Wright has it, and they're going to call a whistle here. And this will be a violation against Wright.
I think Wright held the ball too long there, or maybe not. Now Talawanda's getting the ball back.
Well, he quickly came out of the game, and Winkler's back in. Craig James finds Winkler, who came in for support on the far side. Winkler to the paint, and he will be fouled. Goshen, with that last basket, took their first lead of the game at 25-24.
You know, it wasn't a start that Talawanda had wanted. They took over a minute, you know, to find what they were hoping to be an open look, and Craig James just kind of fired a shot into traffic, and it's pretty off balance, and it just kind of hit the front of the rim, and then Goshen came racing down the court and took their first lead of the game.
Winkler makes the first free throw. And he will miss the second. Heenis jumped for the rebound. It's in the corner. Goshen takes it back. Good play down there made by Cole Morgan. He's got the ball now. It's on the far side. They'll charge in, and it's 2 points. Added up there for Goshen by Victor Hill. It's very hard to see the numbers on these Warriors uniforms. It's red, dark red on top of dark gray. And it will be Bradley Moore to inbound here for the Warriors. Tommy Winkler back out again for the Braves. This one passed out to Cole Morgan. 27-25 is the score. Goshen has the lead, their first lead of the game. Braves held on to it for the entire first half. This one in the paint, and up is Ashcraft, and he extends the margin of 4 points. As James now from the corner, the Braves have some work to do coming from behind. James with some trouble in the middle. Goshen providing some good full court defense here on the Braves. They've struggled with that all year so far. Verst, the floater is good. Nice sidearm floater from Josh Verse. He's up to 5 points of the game. And it's a 29-27 lead. Cole Morgan to the paint. Victor Hill traveled. Stops the clock with 5:13 to go in the third quarter. Croucher's on it in the paint for Talawanda. He's in over center and lost it. And this is actually going to go the Braves' way. Goshen right now is protesting vehemently. But Braves going to catch a break on that. I do believe it deflected off of Goshen before going out of bounds. So now the Warriors going to be called for a foul. Dylan Ashcraft whistled. He's going to have to come out, with that being his third. So Braves here get an inbound on the second team foul rather against Goshen. And now we have an official walking over to the Goshen bench. Brandon Baker, the head coach, and the Warriors might be getting a warning right now after protesting the last out-of-bounds call. And right now, unnecessarily delaying the game.
Baker was livid on the sideline after that call.
Obviously, these officials don't have access to video replay. And it's high school basketball. The calls are the calls. They're not professionals. Let's get on with it. So this is first from the near side. Gives it off to Croucher and then back to James. Braves down by 2. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the second. Or the third quarter, rather. They still haven't updated on the scoreboard here in the gym. This is Verst in the paint, floats it up. It is no good. Hung there for a second. Richter collects the rebound and ties the game. And it's a 29-29 game. Richter up to 7 points tonight. This one out on the far side. Goshen attempts at 3. That one too short. Rebound taken here and thrown up and in by Webster. Jack Webster up to 8 points in the game for Goshen. Craig James has it here in the paint. He's trying to get over the line. Passes one to Croucher. Croucher fell down with it as Goshen all over this. It's a wrestling match now on the floor. And let's see what they do here. They're going to say it's a jump ball and the possession arrow in favor of the Warriors. So they have a chance now to extend the lead. It's 31-29. Tommy Winkler is in for Talawanda. Croucher is going to come out. So Bradley Moore will inbound here for Goshen. And Jack Webster, the 5'10 sophomore, will take it back further. But his pass is picked up by Ahenas. Ahenas lost it in the middle, though. This one is going to be a foul. The basket went in. They're going to say it doesn't count. Bradley Moore picked it up and got fouled way before the basket. So that'll be the third foul whistled against Craig James, which is a little trouble for Talawanda. James only has 1 point tonight. Leading scorer averaging 12.5 per game. Winkler couldn't catch that rebound on the missed shot, and this is going to go the other way. As it went out of bounds at the baseline, this game getting intense and heated on the court right now. 31-29 is the score. Here's Craig James. He's looking across center. James passes one off. Winkler has it. He fell down, no call. And a breakaway upcoming here, and the layup is good from Josh Heiss. 4-point lead for Goshen. Braves here starting to fall apart a little bit maybe. Craig James stepped out on that near sideline, and Bobby Jones sitting on the bench right now, looking a little bit mad right now. Here is 3:24 to go in this third quarter. Braves starting to fall apart, and this three would destroy that, as it was Heiss that missed that. This is Winkler, and he will get the foul, not the basket though. So the momentum in the court tilted completely in Goshen's direction right now.
Absolutely. You know, Goshen's had some really good offense, and that's, you know, all started in the backcourt. They've really pressured Talawanda. They've caused some key turnovers. And, you know, the Braves are really cracked here. You know, uncharted territory so far this season. They haven't really played with the lead a lot. And coming out of halftime, you could see that in experience a little bit. And as a result, the Braves panicked a little.
Ryan Edis will step out. Brandon Wright comes in. 33-30 is the score. So Winkler here will make it. And this will make it a 2-point game. Tristan Fontaine will come in for Talawanda. So Winkler out there as the points leader for the Braves right now with 11, and Craig James is out of the game with 3 fouls and 1 point tonight. In the paint, this one thrown up and in from Webster. So now back to a 4-point contest. Winkler gets it across the timeline. This is Verse, gave it back. Richter fired it off too hard on the 3 from the corner. And a 2-0 the other way for Goshen. This will be a missed dunk. And then coming back and answering is Bradley Moore. Apologize for some technical difficulties there. The score now is Goshen 37, the Braves 31. 2:31 to go here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout on Brave TV. .231 left here with 37-31 is the score. It'll be Tristan Fontaine here to inbound for the Braves. He'll fire one out, finds Tom Winkler. Winkler passes it out to Verst. Now it's Fontaine. Here for Winkler. Trying to step into the paint, gave it back to Verst. Verst is on it, passes it out. Fontaine as the defense collapsed. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Winkler there with the attempt. He got blocked by Ashcraft. Fontaine a 3, too far right. And now Verst backs up with it to the corner. Richter working down there. Couldn't get a clean one off. And Goshen will take this one down the left side. Here's Cole Morgan. Gets it to the corner, a wide open 3 is missed. And Richter here under the hoop, passed one to Fontaine, but undisciplined play there. It's taken by Cole Morgan, and Goshen will get a wide open lane to the basket. They can't get that shot to go. We get a whistle, and this will be a jump ball in the possession arrow in favor of the Warriors. Well, Luke, Talawanda kind of falling apart here, and what do they got to do to get back on it?
You know, I really think the key here for Talawanda is just to survive. They have to stay in this game, you know, until the end of the third quarter, and that's kind of a time to regroup for them. But until then, they just really can't give up anything big and really just have to stay in this game and keep this lead for the Warriors manageable.
So Goshen here will pass this thing out, as this will be Bradley Moore in the paint with it. Tosses it to Victor Hill. Back to Moore right side, to the corner. Here's a 3, it's good. Josh Heiss just made it a 9-point contest, and Greg James will call a timeout. So 1:19 to go here in the third quarter, and the Braves will use another timeout. It's 40-31. They're down by 9 as they're trying to get things back together here on Brave TV. Bye, Ben. 1:19 to go here in the third quarter. 40-31 is your score. Goshen on top. Matthew Bowling will inbound for the Braves. First time he is going to come in tonight, and Craig James is back in with 3 fouls. Bowling far side with it, down across the bench. This is Braden right from the corner, passed it out, Winkler. Waits, Bowling, near side James. Enos came up from the left. And it's held here and tipped around by Wright. Enos got the ball, fired it off too far left. And Cole Morgan will collect here for Talawanda. This one is far side. Held here by Heiss. He made a move in. Tipped out to the corner. Here's a 3. It's good. What a play as it got tipped from under the hoop by Bradley, and it's made by Ashcraft. Nothing but net, and now it's a 12-point Warrior lead. Braves give it away again. Cole Morgan will get this one in. Ashcraft got rejected by Winkler. Another rejection by Enos. Braves with some good blocks, and a foul here is whistled against Talawanda. Braves putting together a nice string of highlight reel defense as Winkler and Enos getting some good blocks.
Big there for the Braves, you know, when the momentum isn't really going into your favor. Defense is where you really start to build that back from the ground up.
This one is far side, another corner 3, too hard. It's tipped up in the air, and Goshen trying to get it back, and they will. Got tipped out of bounds, supposedly off of Enos, who is down there. 6.8 seconds are left in the third. And we get a timeout here whistled by the Warriors as they're going to try to plan the last shot. .8 seconds to go. Warriors will take a timeout. So that will be their first use of the game. They have 4 left. Braves have 2 in a 12-point game. 6.8 seconds to go. They're going to get the final shot. Cole Morgan with it. Waits, gets off a jumper, and hang there and get in at the buzzer. And that will put the icing on the cake for another great third quarter by the Goshen Warriors as they extend their lead of 14 points over the Braves, who had a 1-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, the Braves really collapsed there in the third quarter. You know, they kind of panicked on offense, and they turned the ball over a lot, which was a big thing in terms of Goshen getting some points back. And Talawanda really just needs this time to kind of break up the momentum and try and get something going here.
So we'll see what they can do in the fourth quarter. Braves looking at their 5th straight loss to begin the year here on Brave TV. Point lead. Tom Winkler will inbound here to begin the last quarter of the game. As Goshen exploding offensively in that third quarter to make it their own lead, and they really extended it a lot. And the icing on the cake there with a Cole Morgan shot at the buzzer in the third. So this is right. He will wait and then get this one back to Craig James. James moves inside the paint, fires one to the corner. Bowling faked it, back to James, top the key, pushes off at 3. That one will bounce up and off and will come down in the paint, and a whistle for travel. And then it was against Victor Hill, who was on the ground. So Braves get a quick inbound. Bowling moves in, passes one out first, comes into the paint, fires one hard off the backboard. Bowling can't catch the rebound, and it comes back to Cole Morgan. And we'll take it across the timeline without pressure for Goshen. Now Heiss with it. It's this one to Bradley Moore. He got it from the corner, and that one is too far for the three-pointer, and this will be a ball that goes out of bounds. And Braves are going to get it here with 7:09 to go. Again, Braves have not won a game on this court for 2 years. There's a giveaway, and this one passed inside as it will be a whistle here for a foul. As coming away with the ball was Heiss. Talawanda starting the year off 0-4. And you thought they might have a chance earlier on in this one, but a 14-point lead now for Goshen. Still early on in the fourth quarter, but Braves really struggling with the depth this season. Just does not have a good bench to really rely on, and a lot of young players on this team. Plenty of sophomores out there right now. As Bowling, a junior, will give it off to Craig James, a sophomore, and the leading scorer. That pass got tipped. James able to get it back, takes it to the corner. Gives it off, John Beckett. Jumper from the line is good. Although the game against Taylor, the Braves had a nice fourth quarter comeback, but they lost by a few. And in that game, they lost by 3 points, 39-36, even though they were down by 12 at one point in that one. This will be a whistle for a foul here against Talawanda, so Goshen will get an inbound. Braves looking ahead to their next game. And that will be Saturday at Mount Healthy. Braves begin SWAC play on the road at 7:30 start Saturday night. And then back home for a game next Tuesday against Little Miami. That's a 7:30 tip, and we'll be right here for you on Channel 85. The Braves with 2 league wins last year, trying to improve. 5-18 was their overall record. That's a 3 from the corner that got missed. Croucher with it here over the line. Braves last year, though, started 0-4 and then won 2 straight after that against Little Miami and Eaton. So last year they started off 0-4 too, but were able to string together a pair of wins by this point in the year. Cole Morgan in the paint, got rejected by 3 white jerseys, and 2 shots are going to come for him as a foul was whistled. .5:55 to go in the fourth. And look, when you talk about the depth, you look at this roster, there's a lot of sophomores on it. There is some seniors, but those seniors can't play all the minutes in the games, and you have to rely on your bench. But right now, the bench is not producing what Talawanda wants it to produce.
Absolutely, and I think that comes down to, if you look at the Talawanda bench, there's some players, that haven't even really seen much experience this year. When you can only have 2-3 guys coming off the bench, especially running these kinds of offenses, you know, when teams are full court pressing you, those guys back there are going to get tired throughout the game, and it's really important to be able to run through and get fresh guys so that you can be ready going into the later goings of this game. And Talawanda just hasn't had that so far.
So that is going to be something that they need to deal with here as this team improves as the year goes on. Really has been a disappointing start. People thought that this basketball team might be able to win some games by this point in the year. They are working hard though, but it has been a struggle so far with a lack of depth. Tom Winkler with 11 points of the game, comes into the paint, fires one off. It's again. So Tommy Winkler makes it a 12-point game now. Cole Morgan up the left side, had it knocked away by Croucher. They get it back. Here's a three, Heiss, good. Now a 15-point game. That just wipes out all the previous momentum from the last possession. There's actually a foul whistle against Goshen on the play. So the Braves are getting an inbound here from the baseline. First road game of the year for the Goshen Warriors. And pretty good second half play so far for them. They didn't start their season until December. They didn't play any games in November. The Braves played one. 1-1 this month. Here's Winkler with 4:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Croucher came in at the line, fired that one off. It is going to hang there for a second and then bounce down, and the Warriors able to control the rebound and take it away. They're in up the right side. Jack Webster got it in as Verse went down with him, but Webster didn't get the foul but made the basket. 52-35 is the new score. Croucher pull it down low, and it's out of the reach of Beckett. And it stops the clock with 4:23 to go here in the fourth.
And, you know, that's a crucial turnover there for Talawanda. David Croucher, that was a really hard pass down low, and Beckett couldn't handle that one. Ball's going to go back to the Warriors. We've built a 17-point lead here now over the course of the second half. Remember, they were down by 1 going into the halftime. So big second half for them.
This one given up as it's in the paint. They give it back, and that's a shot that's so good. Richter now gives it off to James, and Verse is up the left side with it. Verse in the paint, had a wide open lane, but missed the layup. It comes out of bounds and will go the Warriors' way. As Verse there had the curtain open up for him, an open lane to the net, and missed the layup. So 3:58 to go here in the fourth. First is 5 points in the game. Tom Winkler, the leader for the Braves, with 13. First fell down there on the play. Ashcraft, here's the three attempt by Webster, is good. And it's now a 20-point game with the lead ever growing for Goshen. And Webster up to 13 points in the game. Victor Hill has 11 for the Warriors and 10 points for Ashcraft. James grinding his way through, able to lay it up and in. Greg James has 4 fouls in the game. And now with 3 points. Kind of an off night for him. Here's a pass inside. That's good. Victor Hill. .303 to go. And this will be a whistle here. And a foul, I believe. This will be against Winkler. That'll be his third. Beckett will come out, so will Winkler. And the Warriors here are going to have a throw in here on the near side. Josh Heist, the 6'2 junior. Passed it out. This is Webster. Gave it down low. Heist has it. Up and off the rim. Returns it and gets his own rebound and buries it. So it's 59-37 now. James. Pass down low. That's Reagan Shepard into the game for Talawanda right now. And Braden Wright gets fouled on the shot attempt with 2:36 left. So right here, a 50% free throw shooter will make that one. And that shot will be up and out on Richter. Richter's got it here, fires it off the rim, and it's no good. And going down on the floor and collapsing there with a foul whistled against the Braves is Richter. Knocked down Victor Hill. We apologize right now. We're down to one camera due to technical difficulties, so we will try to get you the game through that. Victor Hill here with a chance, and will bury that one on the 1-and-1 free throw attempt. So it is 60-38, as that is the first one made from Harris. And he will bury that one as well. So Craig James in over the arc, fires it up. It is no good. Tipped there by Beckett, and they couldn't get it back. So back the other way come the Warriors. And this will be a timeout. Whistled by Goshen. 61-38 is your score. The Warriors on top. 2:09 left to go in the fourth. You're on Brave TV. (61-38) the score. 2:09 to go here in the fourth after Goshen calls their second timeout of the game. Single bonus for the Warriors. Josh Heist with the ball here for Goshen. Passed it out to Cole Morgan. So Talawanda here with some work to do before their first conference game against Mount Healthy on Saturday. And then back home for their first home conference game against Little Miami next Tuesday. That will be on Channel 85. First gives it up to James. James down the right side with it. This is Richter. Now to Shepard, who comes in from the corner, dishes one to right. James' long three is short from downtown. Shepard picked up the rebound and passed it to James, but it was out of his reach. And we'll stop the clock with 1:34 left. So Josh Heiss will inbound this one in. Cole Morgan on it. Nice moves there on right, and the Goshen student section loves it. Travel will be whistled against Webster. .121 left. James will get the inbound. He's in over the arc, fired it up in the air. Foul whistled. His right came down to catch it. And it looks like we'll see some free throws here from Craig James. Chris Bradley whistled for the foul. Again, we're down to one camera right now, and it's barely holding on, so we will get you the rest of the game with that. 1:15 to go in the fourth. Apologize for that video feed. James makes that, Braves are up to 40 points. Cole Morgan. They try to get it down low to Bradley, and Wright will hang on. 1 minute to go. They will pass this thing up. And at the top of the key, it's Heiss. Gave it back to Ashcraft. Back to Heiss, who found some open room. They're at the top of the key. Heiss again with it. Gives it back to Bradley. And then down low, that one played up and in. Nice play by Heiss, who now has 13 points in the game. 3 Goshen players have 13 points. 30 seconds to go. James from the free-throw line gets it to go. Goshen with the ball here. James knocked into a man, and they're going to call a foul. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. 63-42 is the score here on Bright TV. Craig James will come out. He just fouled out of the game with 7 points. Single bonus for either team now, and this shot will be made by Cole Morgan. And the next one is good too. Braden Wright inbounds this one to Croucher. He is in over the line with it. Braves will get the last shot attempt with 14 seconds left. Croucher the jumper, missed that. Rebound played by Richter, off the backboard and in. Now 5 seconds to go. Goshen up over. Here's Webster. Dished it off, and they're just going to carry this one out. That's the ball game. Goshen with the win. They get it 65-44. The Braves begin the season 0-5. They have lost 5 straight to begin the year, and that is their record now going into the game Saturday at Mount Healthy. And Luke, your final impressions.
You know, Goshen came in here really looking for a win after a tough loss. You know, in the last second 3, they lost the game to conference rival Western Brown last Friday.